Our coalition is extremely disturbed by Rex's fatal shooting. We have far too many memories of these tragedies, and our thoughts and prayers are with his family, with his friends, and the community that has suffered such a terrible loss. We stand with Rex, his family, and his comrades. We pledge to offer all our help required in seeking answers and justice. We demand that these perpetrators of police brutality be arrested and charged with murder before a court of law. Fellow Kenyans, it is evident that there is a big problem with our security officers, as these tragic shootings are not isolated events. Not long ago, when Kenyans marched for Maandamano, 75 people were killed because certain police officers opted to fire live bullets into peaceful crowds. This is a return of a police force instead of a police service, contrary to our constitution. Despite the publicly recorded crimes, the murders of the 75 victims are yet to be investigated and the perpetrators brought to justice. We have not forgotten, and we will never forget. As Azimio, and on behalf of the people, we demand that Inspector General Japhet Koome and Nairobi Regional Commander Mr. Adamson Bungei immediately tender their resignations for failing to protect the peaceful demonstrators. We also demand that the Director of Public Prosecution bring charges against Koome, Bungei, and their rogue officers for the murders of Rex and the 75. All Kenyans' lives matter, and our police service just know that one day you'll be held accountable for all their lives lost. We further demand that all protesters detained illegally by state security agencies be released immediately and unconditionally.
We are still very concerned that the international community, our partners, have been very quiet when there have been blatant violation of human rights in Kenya, both last year when we had our demos. Our friends in the UK, in the US were quiet, and they've turned a blind eye to the violation of human rights in Kenya now and last year. We are happy the AU has come out, but why are our international friends quiet? Is it because they have their blue-eyed boy, their puppet here? They do not want to condemn when he's doing blatant things like what we have seen, the death of this young man and 75 others. When there is corruption, other nations have been sanctioned. We saw the Speaker of the Ugandan Assembly being sanctioned by one of the countries. But when we have corruption in Kenya, a blind eye has been turned to William Ruto and the endemic corruption in the Kenya Kwanza government, including the fertilizer scandal we saw recently. The minister is still serving. Why are there double standards, we dare ask?
Today we are here and we are mourning the death of our hero, a young man called Rex, who was shot yesterday by a police officer. And I went earlier on to the city mortuary, and I can confirm that Rex is no more. And I want to say that Rex's only crime was to fight for the rights of Kenyans. His only crime was to come out and ensure that he fights the draconian finance bill. Rex committed a crime of only ensuring that the price of unga is not increased, the price of other goods, food stuff, are not increased. And therefore, may Rex's soul rest in peace. To the Inspector General of Police, we demand that you resign. Koome, we know that you are vicariously liable to the murder with malice aforethought of one Rex, and therefore you must resign, and the DPP must institute a criminal charge of murder against your person. To the police officer who murdered Rex, you must surrender yourself before Kenyans catch up with you, because if they get you on the streets, it will be something different. I want to state clearly to the police officers, your work is to keep law and order. Your work is not to kill Kenyans. We are many than you. Suppose we decide to destroy you, what do you think will happen? Will we have a nation?